Hello. Hello, I'm the Steel Puffin, and today I'm going to be giving a review of Totally Accurate Battle Simulator. I got this game a couple of days ago and I've been playing around with it, and let's first take a look at the sandbox. You start with something like 20 maps, and there are a few unlockable ones. I've unlocked all the secret ones. Same with secret characters. But let me just show you how this works. So if I go on to Tribal 1, you have different classes, like Tribal, Farmer, Medieval, Ancient, Viking, Dynasty, Pirate, Renaissance, Spooky, Wild West, Legacy, Good, Bad, and Secret. Those are the starting ones, and here are some examples of ones I've made using the custom creator, like Death, Christ, and Breaking Bad. Now let me just give you a demonstration. So let's just start with one clubber, this guy right here, who will stand there, walk around until any blue guy who comes his way. Then let's give one of these blue a farmer. Now press battle and we can fly around and watch the battle of a century. As you can see, the farmer's won. And how you know someone's dead? You obviously have the blue victory defeated red team, but they also have crosses in their eyes. And this man does not. Now, that's just a basic example, but with some of the secret stuff, we can get pretty intense. Say, an ice giant versus two samurai giants and a load of bomb cannons with some red lady jades and some Erlas. These are all secret characters, but really you can just make as extreme battles as you want with the basic ones. The secret ones are good though, because you do get some quite cool add-ons, like more gianty stuff, and just generally some quite cool stuff. Gods, really powerful units, all of that kind of stuff. So now let's watch this fight. As you can see, the giants are approaching. I maybe gave them too many bomb cannons, that might be overpowered. But it is looking pretty even. Now the ice giants have blown everything to shreds. And the tree giants whacking them all down. I think, yes, a blue victory. And something really cool is that when the team wins, it's a complete free shot. Nothing is moving, no particles. Nothing's moving. You can see the axes flying, you can see the parcels moving, you can see the trails. You can see every little detail stopped, which is a really cool detail. Now let's talk about custom units. They have a really easy character creator. You just go over to units, make new unit, base. You can go for base Wobbler, which is just this guy, Stiffy, which is Skelly Bones, or Halfling, who is short. I'll go with Wobbler for this demonstration. And then you can change the voices, how high they are, how deep they are, what kind of voice it is, so that you can see. For example, this is a basic clubber, whereas this is a Monkey King, and this is a Void Monarch. Tempestlich, and Halfling. And you can just select any one of those, so let's just go with Potion Seller, and then you can adjust the pitch. And then you can change it to whatever character type it can be, ranged unit, meat, or melee. Then you can have what it targets: enemy, closest friend, most expensive friend, least health friend. You can make it ride someone or someone ride it. And you can choose what weapon to give it. So you can give it really overpowered Sensei throw, and then on the alternative hand, a massive shield. And then you can add special abilities, like you can give it lots of things like fire breathing, all of that sort of stuff. Make it jump really high. Give it Thor lightning. Give it sword casting. Give it, why not, bomb spin. And you can give up to 5 of these. So one more. How about we just do Shuriken Tempest? That sounds fair since there's a shuriken. And you can completely customize clothes, any kind of hat, horns, skulls. And the cool thing is, you can put up multiple on things, so you can have literally 15 items just on his head. Now this guy looks amazing. Add a torso clothing. Why not give him a vampire shirt? Then put something on his arms. And let's go with a spider mage bracelet. Add an item for legs, and let's give him some elf pants. Lovely trousers, sir. Now we can give him some shoes to put on those toes, or lack thereof. And let's give him some monster feet. Those bleed in nicely to the trousers. And now we've got him fully clothed up. We can change his stats, so we can give him stupid amounts of hit points, make him very big, make him weigh the same, make him move stupidly fast. And why not, let's just make him attack 100 times faster than normal and give him 100 times damage. This surely won't cause any problems. Give him an icon, what to display him as. And then you can change how much he costs. So I'd say for this guy, I think 10,000 would be a good cost because he's very overpowered. You can add a description. For example, Goofy. Change his name to, what should I call him? Shield of Truth. And then you can just save him. And you can have him as a thing. Then you go over to factions, create new. Let's call them the why not? Let's call them the Goofballs. Change the colour of their icon to a very bright, I think it's called Aqua. Put Shield of Truth in there, save. Then go back to Sandbox and add Goofballs. Now you can use Shield of Truth in battle. So you can place a couple of those guys down and I'll have all the powers and all of those things, and I'll do them versus 1 tank, 3 tanks, 4 tanks, 5 tanks. Now obviously they were defeated by 5 tanks, but I just want to point out what the people on the tanks look like and how professional they are. Just look at these battle men, ready to plunder. And what's quite funny is the skulls on their head, they also show that they're dead. So every single skull has its eyes crossed out as well as his. But let's make this a fairer fight. Why don't we do him versus, I don't know, someone I've made before. Walter White. Now, because these guys have Zeus Lightning, they can zap Walter White in an instant. Walter, you stood no chance. But let's make this a really fair fight. Let's make them fight. Who is this? Is this... Yep, this is... Make them fight a few deaths and then give them the Antichrist who might help. And yes, the blue team has won. Let's see how many of these guys survive. That is quite close. Oh wait, no, they're the ones breathing fire. Sometimes it can be a bit confusing. But here is one of the dead enemies, as you can see. And here is the Antichrist being an absolute boss. Alas, one of our folk has died. The next thing I'd like to talk about in this game is the campaign. There are many different campaigns. Some of them talk about, and some of them are about, the different, what they call, the different types of people, I'm going to call them, like the pirates, the Renaissance, the dynasty, evil, good, legacy, all of that stuff. And they are just a series of battles that you can perform versus those set people with a cap amount of money, because every troop costs money to put down. So naturally you can set the different amount of money that you have and they have and all of that stuff. The last thing I'd like to go on to talk about is a map creator. With this you can create a new map, lake, large, small, make it pirate or Renaissance. Why not? Let's make it Viking, large, create. Now we have a lot of different tools to choose from. Number 1 is the placing tool. Now with this we can place different objects that are pre-made, like for example we can have this Japanese whatchamacallit, and we can just have a few of those lined up. Then on this side we can just have some roads, travelling through them. Sometimes it's a little finicky, but you'll get the hang of it soon. I only got this game a couple of days ago and I haven't used this very much, but it's a very cool tool and you can use it to create some quite cool stuff. And you can just get rid of them with left click. Then you can place boxes. I don't know why. But the next part is where it gets quite exciting. You can move the earth. For example, right click and you place earth. As you can see, there is a height limit, but I think you can change that. and you can change the shape that you're placing it down in, so you can have an oval. And you can have a pillar. And then you can have flat surfaces, anything you want really. Then the next part is where it gets really cool. You can do natural disasters, like, I don't know, a meteor shower. And left clicking will basically amplify that. So if I just continually left click, everything is going to go big boom. And then you can have volcano, which creates a volcano, and you can stack them on top of each other, which always ends well. And then use this to get rid of them. And then you can always switch back over to the last tool to get rid of them less, in a more easy fashion. This is more fun though. Then you can have lightning, which zaps away whatever's directly beneath it. Then, this is the really cool part, you can paint on nature. Different grasses, and if you go to E, you can change the kind of stuff you plant. For example, you can change it from basic to the tribal mode, and any mix between that. And then you can switch from this to grass, and you can just have grass springing up everywhere. Well, it would if it wasn't this map, obviously, because this is the Icelandic one. And pirate foliage. Get some palm trees in there. And really, you can just do whatever you want with it. And then number 1, fire. Spread this around, everything will burn. Everything natural, that is. Now, I've waited till this point to talk about the second thing, because you can point out what you would like to be used as a utility. I don't know what that means yet, but I think it essentially means that they can be used by your troops as, like, they can be used for crafting or something. Right click to point out what you want as utility, left click to point out what you definitely don't want. Left click to make it non-utility. That's essentially it for this game. And you can play on those maps. The reason it is so sort of lacking is because it's mainly asking you to do everything. You can create your own troops, you can make 1,000,000 Walter Whites, and then make them fight 1,000,000 Gustavo Frings. You can just do whatever you want. With the troop creator, with the map creator, you can recreate pretty much any movie scene, any movie fight scene, anything you want. And then you have cute details like little raccoon. And as you can see, Walter has won. That's all. It's like 15 quid on Steam. I really recommend getting it. It's a very fun game. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.